Welcome everybody to another video of Dead by Daylight. My name is Cubeproductions. Today we are using Score Merchant, as always, using a really interesting build. So first perk we're going to use Corrupt Intervention. What this perk does, the 3 generators that are far from us, we block for 2 minutes. But, as for the trial, well the problem is if we down a survivor, they automatically get unblocked. We have Oppression, the main perk we're showcasing in this video. After we cook 1 generator, 3 random generators will automatically start regressing for us. And if a survivor is on one of those 2 generators, they get difficult skill checks automatically. They get 1 difficult skill check automatically. We have Score Check Parent Resonance, so basically we can hook a survivor to Score Check, and if we hook a survivor to Score Check, the generator with the most progress lose 25%, and we have Dead Man Switch, so we can block all gens. If a survivor gets all a generator after we hook someone, we have Ultrasonic Speaker to make the scan immunity less, and we have, of course, my favorite, Brown Noise Generator to make all survivors oblivious, so we can catch them off guard and kill them. Without further ado, let's get to the game so I can show you how great this build is. Okay, playing on Raccoon City Police Station, East Wing, as y'all know, is one of my favorite maps ever because it's really good for Score Merchant, if you know what you're doing. So as you can see, the 3 first gens from me are going to get blocked. I'm kind of happy though that the one of the gens that got blocked is the one to the left, because honestly, I never go to that gen because it's just kind of far away, and I always prefer not to go towards it, so the fact that it got blocked makes it really good for me. So you're probably wondering, Q, where have the uploads been? And I need to apologize like always. In case you don't know, I'm in college. So, college comes first, sorry. I know I don't want to say it out loud, I don't even want to believe it honestly, but sadly, college comes first. So, I have to do college work first. Also, I'm going to catch the Steve off guard. I have to do college work first, and then get that done, and then I will make videos. Now, of course, do I want to do that? No. Luckily for me, by the way, he went to the God palette, but he went the wrong way. So I get to get it free now, and he gets to get no God palette for himself. But because of that reason, college comes first. Now normally, I've only just got back. This is the 2nd week. At the time of recording this video, the 2nd week has just ended. The 3rd week about to start. Normally I'm not really busy at all the first 2 weeks. It's nothing at all. It's literally air. There is nothing to do, and the workload is easy. But for some reason, one of my classes, they gave me a quiz, a project, and homework assignments that are all due the same day. And in another class, I had a quiz and I have homework assignments that are all due the same day. And unlike most homework assignments where it's like, okay, I have like a set of problems, 1 or 2 sets, it was 8 different sets of problems. So it was just like literally 6 hours of work to do, plus the normal class I have every day, plus a project, plus other homework. It is annoying. So that's the reason why I haven't been uploading. The first week I just was settling in on college and I just didn't really have time to make any videos yet. The 2nd week I thought about it, and then I just didn't have time to make videos at all because that's when I got all the work in the world. Luckily for me, this Jonah decides to drop the God palette. I don't know why he did that. And then he runs right towards my drone, so I'm like, okay, get a scan. So I'm gonna go after him because I feel like if I go after him, there's a high chance he'll get scanned a 2nd time, and if I get another scan on him, Cloud Trap. Well, I think it's his 3rd scan, I could be wrong about that. But then he's just a fool, really, and he walks in front of me. I don't know what he's doing. And then he goes towards the God palette. I know I got the God palette with this palette. I knew he was gonna drop it because it's not obvious, but now I know he can't make it again because of the hitbox of my swing. So he decides to fake it. I'm like, oh, you're smart. But the problem is, you can't go anywhere anymore, so you're gonna die. And now I get it free down. So that's fun. So the main point of this build, by the way, is to use Oppression plus Dead Man Switch. Now, it's actually a really good combination, and I recommend you use it. The only problem with this build, there's only one problem. You have to kick a gen that no one's on. That's the hardest part about this build. Or that, and also Oppression has an 80-second cooldown for some reason. But the reason why that's the hard part is, for example, this gen hasn't been touched yet, so I can't even kick it. And then, hello. And then Steve's right here by accident. I was hoping I would get a cloud for him, but no. But first, you have to kick a generator that's not been touched. That's the first part. And second thing, you have to, what's it called? Kick a generator. Either kick a generator that has been touched, but a survivor's not on it. And the reason why I say that is because if a survivor's on the gen, it's gonna get blocked by the entity, and then Oppression won't work because I can't kick the gen anymore. And the second reason why this build is kind of bad is because Oppression has a cooldown of 80 seconds for some reason. Now, once the new perks come out, like the new Grim Embrace buff, then this build will be completely useless because Grim Embrace is just amazing right now. At the time of recording this video, the PTB for Dead by Trash Can, and they changed a lot of perks. And Grim Embrace is one of the perks they changed because they buffed it and made it better. But right here, I'm gonna put a drone up here. I had a feeling someone's gonna try and go towards this generator, but I was wrong. But I'm gonna kick it, add it to my Oppression, and now 3 random gens are gonna start regressing automatically. And I like this perk a lot. Actually, I really like Oppression. I just wish it was like a less of a cooldown. That's the only thing I wish. But for some reason, they made it a really long cooldown. So right here, I know that Steve is oblivious, so I'm going to try and catch him off guard. But Steve is smart, and he decides to keep running, even though he doesn't know where I am. So right here, I'm like, dang it, this pal's already down. Try to mind game it. But Steve's like, no. And he just swings. He goes through it anyway. So right here, I'm going to break it. But I knew he went to the right, so I'm like, okay, I can maybe catch up. But there's another god pile right here, so I'm like, And this god pile is really, really annoying. So right here, I'm like, just drop the pallet. Like, you're not going to mind game this. There's none of the mind game. But I get someone else injured. So I'm like, great, they're claw trapped, they're oblivious, I can go after them. But because they have eyes, and they were looking towards me, they knew where I was coming from. But luckily, I slowed them down, and they vault the window. And because I slowed down for a really, really long time, I killed them. Murder. Now I'm going to hook this person and activate my dead man switch, and hopefully my score trick pain resonance. And now my plan is to go back towards that generator on top left, because I noticed that, like, that gen had a lot of progress. But then I wanted to go kick a generator so I could activate oppression, but sadly, it didn't work. Now, one more thing that's bad about this build, and another thing about it. The third thing that's bad about this build is what happens to use oppression, but no one's on a gen. So the whole point of the build is you kick a gen, oppression activates with dead man switch. The survivor will fail the skill check, and because they fail the skill check, dead man switch will block the gen. That's the whole point of the build. It works really well, actually. It's pretty good. The problem is if they succeed on the skill check, which they rarely do, because no one expects a random skill check that's so fast for absolutely no reason to come out of nowhere when you're playing a generator. It just sucks. Also, the fact that it's completely random which gens regress is kind of annoying. Now, I believe the way it works is, like, for example, if there's only 4 gens left and I kick one gen, the other 3 automatically will regress, because that's how math works. But at the same time, it's a little annoying. So right here's the pallet, but this pallet is so unsafe. So now he's stuck here. Doesn't matter if I get stunned or not, because he's just unsafe. He's gonna have to vault it, and then I down him. And I'm pretty sure Steve's dead on hook, actually, and I think about it. No, I could be wrong. I think he has one more hook, and he's not dead yet. But either way, Steve is getting destroyed, and I kind of feel bad. Kind of. But Steve's on his second hook, and now one more hook, and he's going to die. And I haven't played Skull Merchant in a while, so it's kind of fun playing her again. Then someone gets Claw Trap, so I'm like, yep, I know exactly where to go. So now I'm going to go back over here. But this time I'm like, okay, I can probably kill Steve. I can go after the girl who's oblivious, or I can go after the guy who I just hit. So I go after the girl who's oblivious, and the only reason why I go after her is because I feel like it'd be easier to down someone who's oblivious and just know where I'm coming from than it is to try and down someone else. So I'm gonna go over here, and then she just drops right in front of me, and I'm like, yep, perfect. Good thing I chose to go after you. And that's why you use brown noise generator right there. That's literally, clip that, literally put that in any video. That is the reason why we use brown noise generator on Skull Merchant. That is so funny. And because they've made Skull Merchant have like no footstep sounds, she actually can be stealthy, so you can actually do things like that. And it's kind of funny. But anyway, right here, I'm like, you can go for the save. He's not. But the power right here is super, super unsafe, so I'm not really gonna worry about it. But then he dropped it immediately. I'm like, why? And then I think the second power right here, because yes, but he didn't drop this one, so I'm like, okay, I should be able to catch him, but he's moving so fast. So I'm like, nope. I know the power right here, but then he didn't drop it for some reason, and I'm like, yay! So there's 3 powers back to back to back, but the problem is they're all unsafe, so it's like that's why they're back to back to back. And now I'm trying to hook him on this hook, because luckily I can fall down right here. I'm hoping they don't have like a sabotage, but they do not, so we're good. Now we're in a really good position because everyone's like dead on, well, not really him, but I think 2 people are dead on hook, and I am having a lot of pressure. I can finally show off the combo. Look right here. Oppression activates, but no gen is blocked, and because no one's in the gen, or at least, yeah, I think no one's in the gen right now. That's why it didn't work. Or they hit a skill check. You don't really know either way, but I feel like what it was is no one was on the gen when I did that. All those different perks that like do different things, like gear, you can just use Gearhead instead of using oppression. But I want to show off oppression. I feel like oppression's a really good perk. Not really good perk, a really interesting perk, so I want to use it. So right here, I'm going to turn this thing around. That way he gets slowed down even longer. I know he's gonna drop this pallet, but the problem is I have a drone, so I don't know why he's doing this. Like, he can't win. Like, he is slowed down by 10%. I don't know what he expected was gonna happen. And then someone else gets claw trapped. I'm like, this is a great combination. Like, literally, the one problem I wasted a score trip, but it's fine. He's dead on hook. I'm going to the next person who I know has a claw trap on them, but kick the gen. I don't have oppression because 80-second cooldown for some reason. But on the bright side, I do have the ability to go after someone else who's oblivious. So now I'm trying to find them, and I see one person. That's not the person I'm looking for, though. So I'm trying to go after the person who's oblivious. But sadly, for me, the girl is running towards the person who's oblivious, and I'm like, why? So I want to go after the guy who's oblivious, but sadly, goes in my way, so I have to go after her instead. Well, I have to hit her at least. But now I'm gonna go back towards him because he doesn't know where I'm coming from. He doesn't know why I'm following him because he's not in chase. But then sadly, my quadra goes with him. Like, dang it! Now he knows I'm here, but he falls down the hole, and I'm like, why? And then he had balance landing, so I'm like, oh, that explains a lot. So now I'm unable to get him. But I was like, you know what? It's fine. 2 people are off gyms. I'll go after this generator that I never go to. But then I was like, nope. So I got touched on my drone. I know exactly where to go. Like, I was gonna go to that gen, and I'm kind of glad I didn't anymore because, like I told you, I never go to that gen. Like, I just don't do it. That gen is too far away from all the other gens. It's not worth going to. Also, even if they do it, who cares? Because now there's no gen over there. There's an east wing where the generators spawn at really weird locations. So it doesn't matter if the gen or not. So right here, I don't know how he got healed so fast, but he's already been healed. Luckily for me, the god pallet is gone, so I don't have to worry about that. And then this trash pallet right here, he doesn't even go towards it because he knows how bad it is. So now he can go towards this other pallet right here that I had got the sleeve on one time. But instead what happens is the girl's here. I'm like, oh. And she just had a cloud on her, but now she has another cloud on her. I think she got scanned twice, and then because she felt the drone minigame, she got scanned a second time. I get bombarded with snowballs, and then I'm like, you know what, die. Even if I miss because she went in a corner, I can easily kill her. And then we're gonna hook her on the middle part of the map, or on this hook to the right. So I'm gonna hook on the hook to the right. I was afraid to go through the pallet because I was afraid of what's it called, power struggle. But I don't really have to worry about that because most people don't even use power struggle, if I'm being honest. Now she's dead on hook. I kind of feel bad a little bit, and then they do the generator up there finally. And then this gen right here is being blocked. And look, it's Jonah, who I forgot even existed because I never see him. So Jonah has balance landing, or he has slide, one of the two. So he's gonna be gone. I'm like, you know what, Jonah, it's fine. So right here, I'm gonna try and put a drone in the middle part, that way I can hopefully catch Jonah off guard if he tries to do that gen. Even though most likely Jonah's gonna be smart and actually not get scammed by my drone, but just in case, I wanna make sure. So I'm gonna place my drones in different spots, that way I can hopefully scam people more often. As you can see, the generator is not regressing yet because I never kicked it, but then I'm blinded because the sun, for some reason, was placed inside the generator. And now I have to get a second time. Add a bit of oppression, and I know exactly where to go. And that's why you use oppression, because oppression is amazing. Kind of. So now I know where to go. I'm sad though, because this guy is injured, but he's not a cloud trap, so he can hear my terror radius, which sucks a lot. But it's fine. I'm gonna put a drone right here, the way I can block off this random loop. I don't know why I swim right there. Don't ask questions. So because I don't hear anyone on the top gen above me, I know I don't have to worry about that one. So I'm gonna go back towards this gen. And because they kind of 3-gen themselves again, but even though I say that, but in reality I didn't even like go towards the gen to the left. This East Wing is such a small map, by the way. I don't know what it is, but I feel like West Wing is humongous and East Wing is tiny. Like East Wing is like not big at all, or maybe it is like the generators. When I got this lucky map, they spawn in really weird locations because it felt like the generators spawned so close to each other that I didn't really have to do much, honestly. So right here he gets scanned, I know where he is. I get a little speed buff, but the problem is he's not oblivious, so he can definitely still hear my terror radius, which sucks. But it's fine because all the good pallets are gone. So he has to try and mind game me on this, I think, bad pallet right here, which I don't think is down. I know it's gone. Then he falls the window. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, you have to recover. Your feet hurt from falling from a giant height like that. So now I'm gonna hook him, and all I have to do now is find the last person. You're probably wondering, why didn't I hook him on that hook right there? I want to hook him right here because Scorch Hook, and I've only used my Scorch Hook Pin Resonance once. And I knew that either if they're on a team, that he would tell his friend to go to the generator with the most progress on it. But I ended up, so that's why I ended up Scorch Hooking him. Now, I'm an idiot, because for some reason, even though I when I record my videos, like I record it, and then I talk, and afterwards I post-record, post-record. So because of that reason, post-commentate, that's the word I'm looking for. So right here, I don't know why I saw those scratch marks and saw that blood, and then I proceeded to not follow it. I don't know what's wrong with me, but that's what happened. So now they're so far away from me, I'm like, where are y'all going? And then he's gonna tap the generator, like I didn't just tell you to get out that gen. So now I'm like, well, Jonah's dead, because some reason why he chose to go tap the generator instead of going anywhere else. So he probably has Dead Hard, but I don't really know for sure. This pallet is literally unsafe, so I'm gonna mind game it. I'm expecting a Dead Hard, and did I miss? I'm like, of course. So now right here, I'm going to mind game this. It doesn't really matter what he does because he can get a cloud trap on him, and now he's gonna get slowed down. I have a second drone. Turn it around. He's slowed down by 10%, and he's gonna die. Like literally, look how slow he moves. No die. I love that. I love this add-on, the brown one, because the brown one just makes you just win sometimes. Even though I don't always use it, but it's just good. So right here, I'm going to use my Oblivious add-on to go after this guy. He doesn't know where I'm coming from, but he's scared, because he should be scared. He probably saw that the guy didn't get picked up, and he was like, oh no! And then he knew I was going to go after him, but because he can't hear my terror radius, he was like, oh. And then he died. But yes, so that was the end of the game. This game was really fast, actually. Well, it was kind of fast. It was kind of a long game, but it felt fast when I was playing it, honestly. So now I'm going to go down here and go after Jonah and hook him, and then we win. But yes, I want to apologize. I know I already said at the beginning of the video, but I want to say it again. I want to apologize for the lack of uploads. Like, literally, y'all gave me 500 subscribers, and I thanked y'all many times. And I thank y'all again for 500 subscribers. But then, I proceeded to upload for like a week. Now, as y'all know, in case you're new here, welcome. But as you don't, if you don't know, I am in college right now, and I have class every single day, besides Friday. And then when I don't have class, and I finally have free time, I have to use that free time to do work for college. So it's just like the worst thing on the planet. So that's the reason why I don't upload. Then also when I do have free time, I have a roommate, so I can't record. Well, I can record, but I'm not going to record in my room if my roommate's there because I feel like that's awkward. Even though I do what I want, but you know what I mean. You understand, I think. So because of that reason, I just don't have time to record as much as I usually do when I'm at home or when I'm free. But I'm going to try and make a schedule for myself so I can hopefully record my videos for y'all, because I have like 10 videos on my computer just waiting to be uploaded. I just haven't had time to actually record them. But that was the first game. Let's go to the second game so I can show you how great this build is. Okay, I'm playing on Cold Tower. In case you don't know, all the Macmillan estate maps now have like 2 variations of themselves. Now the problem is I don't know what they are because I actually rarely play on Macmillan. The only Macmillan map I ever play on is Treasure Woods. And it's kind of sad. And I really like Treasure Woods too, that's funny. But that's the only Macmillan map I play on. But, die. So I found this route really easily. As you can see, the build is different. I switched out Brown Noise Generator for not low power mode, for battle targeting process that makes survivors move faster. Move slower. And then I switched out, what perk did I use? I switched out one perk for Desolation. I don't know what perk I switched out for, because I can't remember what I even used, honestly. But yes, I switched out one of the perks for Desolation because I wanted to be able to down styles faster, just in case they get into a situation where I can't do that. So right here, this girl decides to just do my drone in front of me, that way she wouldn't get a cloud trap on her. But I'm kind of happy she did that, actually, because in case you don't know, if a strider has a cloud trap on them, and then they try and vault a window, sorry, not vault window, if they have a cloud trap on them and then they dig down, the cloud trap goes away. But if they have 2 lock-on stacks on them, and then they get down, the 2 lock-on stacks will stay on them until they get a cloud trap on them and then get down again. So, because of that reason, I think she has 2 lock-on stacks on her now, so I don't really have to worry about much. I'm going to kick the generator. Sadly, right when I kicked the gen, oppression activated, and the gen got completed. So oppression didn't activate on it, and it didn't get blocked. But right here, as you can see, this one got blocked because someone failed the skill check, and then someone had a cloud up on them. This girl has balanced landing, so I'm not going to swing. But the problem is, she can go towards the pallet, it's literally safe, but drone. So now she should get a cloud up on her, or she should get a stack on her. But apparently my drone was like, I'm not going to respond. So my drone, that glitch happened again, where that bug happened, where my drone was like, nope, I'm not going to appear. And I'm like, why? So because of that reason, I'm going to hit her the old-fashioned way. But someone had a cloud up on them, so I want to go after them. But the problem is, because of the fact that, because of the fact that this girl ran in front of me, I'm like, okay, I'll kill you instead. So because she ran right in front of me, I was like, you must die. And she's like, I give up. And the reason why I killed her also, I didn't tell you this because I forgot to mention it, but she also killed herself on the hook. But she literally was on the hook and she just killed herself. So I was like, okay, well, one person dead. And I felt kind of bad a little bit, but at the same time, I'm like, well, you didn't want to play the game anyway, so I might as well murder you. That's my thought process. So, yes. Also, when we were chasing that one girl, it was Kate, she vaulted the pallet when she blinded me, and the pallet broke thanks to Desolation, so that was really, really funny. But now I'm glad at this girl because I see her, and her soul is mine. But not balance landing, probably. But I knew I could hit her because of the angle I was at. And she got a big speed buff, so I was like, oh my gosh. We went so far. And then I'm over here like, it's gonna be a long chase probably because she looks like a really good looper. But then I'm like, well, I already got one person killed. I can basically take my time. But then right here, I see someone else here. I'm like, okay. So now I'm going on top of this thing, and then I see there's a random just person not paying attention. I'm like, what are you doing? Pay attention. I'm the killer. So now I'm gonna go back over here because I see this girl is trying to use my drone. I'm like, no. Now he's slow by 13%, by the way. It was obvious she's gonna vault that window, and then I'm going to down her. I feel like the recovery on my attacks are just so much faster than usual. Maybe I haven't played WWE in a long time. That's why I say that. But yes, I hooked her. Now I'm really mad at myself. I can't remember what perk. I literally just recorded this video. Well, I really just recorded. I recorded this video like a week and a half ago. I just never actually uploaded it. But it's the fact that I can't remember what perk I was using. But as you can see, I hooked that person on a score truck, and I was gonna kick that generator that activate oppression plus dead man switch. But sadly for me, it didn't work out because that generator got killed by the dead man switch. So by the what's it called? It got destroyed by the scorching pain resonance. So right here I'm gonna hook that person, and then at this point the game's basically over because one girl gave up and killed herself on the hook, and then another girl got hooked, and then that guy, he just gonna kill himself on the hook right there. So now I see this person right here. I'm like, well, I'll kill you because I can mind game. And now everyone's dead. Like literally, this was the fastest game ever for Skull Merchant. Like it was so funny. And I would say it's the power of oppression, but in reality, oppression didn't really do anything. It was more like my skill and the fact that one striver gave up. So right here, I was like, if you get off the hook, I will give you the hatch. But she didn't even try and get off the hook because she's like, I give up. My fate. Get off the hook. And she didn't get off the hook. So I'm like, oh, well, I'm sorry for you. And now everyone's dead. So that was the second game. Really, really fast game, by the way. Like, actually insanely fast game. But anyway, let's go to the third game so I can show you how great oppression is. And hopefully I remember what the perk was as for Desolation was. I still can't remember at all. Okay, playing on Suffocation Pit. So, exact same build from last game. Also, I remember now, I switched out Desolation for, Corrupt Intervention for Desolation, because even though I love Corrupt Intervention, I like Desolation more. So right here, I'm like, really? The game gave me the worst, like, middle area. There are 3 pallets, back to back to back, that are amazing, and is like a giant juggle gym. So I'm like, what in the world is happening? So right here, luckily, I found all 3 survivors, well, 3 of the 4 survivors already. Then this girl is like, this drone is mine. I'm like, don't touch my equipment. So now I'm gonna go after her, but he's gonna out the window, like obvious. I'm gonna put a drone inside this building because I must trap this area. And now if she goes back around, luckily for me that drone scanned her. I don't know how it did honestly, but I'm going to switch it around. But she decides to go around the building, smart girl, that way she doesn't get claw trapped, and then doesn't go in the shack because she doesn't want to get claw trapped. I'm like, you are a smart girl. I hate that. So right here, I'm gonna try to go around through the building, that way she has to go around the shack. And I missed, of course, but it's fine because this glitch activated, so now all I have to do is make her drop the pallet. But she didn't drop the pallet because she's smart. But she is slowed down by 13%, so I'm like, maybe I can catch her. And she realized she can't go to the pallet because she's slowed down. And she's like, oh. Then I lose. I missed terribly. And someone becomes the bot because they're like, I give up. It's a Skull Merchant. I'm not playing. And I'm like, well, okay. So now I get to get a free win because one person left the game, so I get a free win. I think I mentioned this in one of my videos before. Sometimes I also don't record videos because I'll record a game and then someone will become a bot and I'm like, do I really want to record this video? Is it really worth recording a video where someone become a bot? Also right here, I finally get my oppression activated and look what happened. We get 2 gens blocked thanks to that man's switch plus oppression. But I'm gonna put a drone right here because I know someone's right here. Then this girl gonna walk really weirdly. I'm like, who is this? And I realize the bot. Then the bot juked me. I'm like, wow, I'm bad. So right here, I'm like, well, the bots hate drones. So I'll put a drone right here. Made the bot fall out the window. And made the pallet. And I'm just going to either do one of the things. The bot's going to either run from the drone because she's afraid of it. Or she's going to run towards the drone because she realizes the best option is to loop. And now I get a claw jump on her and all I have to do is kill her. Bots are so weird because they either loop like actual pro players or loop like baby survivors because they just have the weirdest padding sometimes. And I noticed... So I have a video, I don't think it's coming out yet, but I have a video where I recorded myself playing as a different killer. I was playing actually as the twins, You're probably wondering, why in the world are you playing as the twins? Also, why is this girl trying to body block for the spot? And then body block failed, like, by the way. I thought the pile was right here, so I got scared. But then she goes in the locker, I'm like, okay. I don't know what's happening anymore. Then he has decisive, so I'm like, dang it. But I don't really care because I have desolation, so she can't really vault any pallets. Then the bot goes to protect her. I'm like, bot, what are you doing? So I go open the bot, and then I'm like, girl, why are you even over here? Like, you literally are trying to protect the bot, and then you went to nothing and died. Like, I don't understand. Like, it makes no sense at all. But yeah, so I was playing as the twins, because I like the twins, and I was gonna make a video about it, and I noticed something. Bots do not know how to dodge Victor. I don't know why. Bots cannot dodge Victor. They literally will just walk slowly around him like he doesn't exist, and then you get a free down. So right here, I thought the drone was gonna locate him, but for some reason, but of course, I got the glitch where the drone was like, I'm at the bug where the drone didn't rotate at all. So my drone either decides to not rotate at all, or decides to, what's it called, not appear. So I'm like, fun. So right here, he's gonna drop that pallet down. So I'm like, great. I want him to vault the pallet though, that way I can get a free down. But he's like, no. So right here, I'm like, yay, he vaulted the pallet because he forgot I have desolation. I saw a video of someone else using Scrum Merchant, by the way. I know, someone else playing Scrum Merchant besides me. Jeez. But they said they don't really like Desolation on Scrum Merchant, and I can kind of see why. And they were like, because of the fact that Scrum Merchant can become untouchable, and also because of the fact that you can't use the Oblivious add-on if you're using Desolation. And I definitely agree 100% that the untouchable thing I thought was the main issue. But the problem is, as long as you don't place a drone down when Desolation activated, then you don't really have to worry about it. But the problem is, sometimes you want to put a drone down and Desolation activates too, and you're like, well, this girl right here is gonna go put a body block, but because of the fact that I know she doesn't have what's it called, the cell track anymore, because you only use it at one time, I don't have to worry about anything. So right here though, as you can see, I put it on a drone and Desolation activated anyway. I don't really understand how Desolation works. I thought Desolation activates based on if the survivor is in your terror radius and vaults a pallet. That's already down. That's what I thought. But then I just placed it on a drone. I'm untouchable and I have no terror radius. But for some reason it decided to work. So maybe the way it works is Desolation activates. Maybe the way it works is it's like because he already had Desolation on him before I hit him. Well, before I put the drone down, it still was activated. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me how it works. Because in my head, if I already have used my drone, I should be untouchable, and then Desolation will activate. But apparently, it just has to activate anyway. So right there, I saw him dead hard, and I have to watch back the recording. I don't know if he dead hard and he just failed to dead hard. He did too early, or because of the fact that he had a claw trap on him, he dead hard and it didn't work because he was deep wounded. But I'm pretty sure he wasn't deep wounded already, so I don't know. Unless because he was already injured, he got deep wounded too. I don't know. I don't know how to play Scrum Merchant at this point. I don't know. So right here, I'm going to scan this person twice. I'm trying to scan them a third time, but they know that, so they're gonna run away. But then I get a scan, I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, perfect. And now they don't go anywhere because they're dead. But I swing like an idiot, because I'm an idiot. And luckily for me, it's the bot, so I don't really have to worry about any godlike plays, because bots don't know how to play against drones. Like I told you, bots don't know how to play against drones. Bots don't know how to play against Victor when you're playing the twins. I don't get it. They just don't play really well. So that's fine. So I'm going to hook the bot for the second time. I know they healed over here because they literally ran over here, so they'll become undetectable. And try and find them. And as you can see, we're not even using Desolation anymore. I mean, we're not even using oppression anymore because there's no one on any gens. They're just dying. And it's fun. So I thought they were over here, but apparently they were not. So I'm like, okay. Also, this map, by the way, like I told you, is called Suffocation Pit. I do not mind this map. I don't know. I think this map is really, really big. That's the only thing I hate about it. And I do really, really hate the middle part where it's just like, where it's literally loop after loop after loop after loop. But because, besides the middle part, there's barely any loops on these maps, it's kind of easy to win. Like, if they go in the middle, it can be annoying. But if they don't go in the middle, it really isn't that bad. So right here, she's gonna drop the pallet. I'm like, dang it. But because of the fact that I moved my drone and she slowed down by 13%, I know I can probably catch her faster than she expects. So she had live, so I wasn't able to get to her as fast as I thought I was going to get to her. So I'm hoping she just runs towards another drone, that way I can slow her down. But instead she runs towards this pallet and she drops immediately. She's like, I don't even care, I'm not going to get mind gamed. I'm like, sure. So now I'm going to put a drone around the corner, that way when she goes towards that drone, it will slow her down. But then she goes back around, like, you're a smart woman, I don't like you, you don't have loot. And then I'm like, please get hit by a drone. Yes. And then I'm an idiot and I went the wrong direction. I thought she wasn't going to go towards the drone, I thought she had eyes. But because she slowed down for so long, and the slowdown was 13%, I was able to catch her anyway. You love to see it. So now I'm going to hook her on a hook. I don't know why I hook on the hook right there. Sometimes when I play Dead by Daylight, my brain is just like not working. So I don't get it. And then I'm going to hear a scream. That is a person. So now I'm going over here. I don't go this direction because I know he's going to probably go around. But instead, he decided to go towards the hook. In my head, I thought he would go over here because of the fact that I was right. Okay, Rio. I knew he did hard, so I just killed him. He's like, oh, I missed. Okay. I feel kind of bad a little bit. Just a little bit. I'll feel a little bad. But yes, I'm going to hook him right here. And I believe he's dead on hook, actually. Yep. And then the bot saves her. I'm like, bot, can you just stop playing? Like, at this point, let me win the game. I already won. Like, just let me win. At this point. So, now I gotta chase all over again because the bot was like, I'll be helpful. I'm like, no, be useless. Hide behind a rock even though I'm not even there. Like, be like that, please. So right here, I hear someone, I'm injured. It's like, yes, I know where to go. And then the bot's right here. I'm like, you must die. So I hit the bot and then chase her. Oh, this girl's name was Zarina. I can't remember her name, but I'm glad when a bot exists, I can finally learn survivors' names. There's like 30 survivors in this game, so learning their real names is annoying sometimes. I just can't figure it out. The bot's the window, so I'm like, yes. And then I'm going down her. And now I can hook this bot, and I'm pretty sure the bot is dead on hook as well. And all I have to do is find the last survivor. And hopefully they don't find the hatch. But yes, the next video, I don't know the next video, but I have a video coming out with twins. I honestly do not know when that video is going to come out. And I've been playing a lot of killers really, but the main killer I play all the time is Score Merchant, as y'all know. I hear the hatch open, so I'm like, yep, no, get the hatch. And of course, she has adrenaline. So I'm like, Harr. But because she went towards my drone, I know exactly where she is. So all I have to do is follow the trail. And she's going towards the other exit gate, so I'm like, no. But then she's standing in one spot, so I'm like, where are you? And she's behind a locker. So I'm like, woman, I'm so sorry, but you must die. Now she's gonna try and get me for a long chase, and I'm like, you know what? It's fine. Your last chase, I'll let you do whatever you want. Just be good. But sadly for her, I'm bad. Because of that reason, I don't hit her, even though clearly I should have hit her right there. But apparently the game was like, no. Then she blocks the. But luckily for me, she doesn't have dead hard, and I mind gamed her, and she dies. Fine. So because of that reason, I can hook her, and the game is finally open. And if you enjoyed the games, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said before, I'm sorry for uploading so late. If you have any killers let me know in the comments. Right now I'm using the twins. I know no one will use the twins, but I feel like the twins are underrated and are actually really good. And there's some dumb strategy you can do. One person even, I think I recorded it, one person even said, GG reported, because I think I downed them, but I wanted to down someone else, so I just used Victor. And then I used Victor to just stay on the person's body, because the twins are really good at slugging. Like, they're actually the best killer at slugging, because it's kind of insane. So I did that, and then he said GG reported. It was kind of funny. But the twins are one of my favorite killers. I don't know why I uses them, but like I love the twins, and I feel like they're really cool. The only problem is I feel like they're also really bad because they just don't have gem pressure, and also Victor has a 5-second cooldown when he hits someone or when he misses for some reason. Like I don't get it. And at the time I'm recording this video, there's a bug in the game where you can't even use Victor correctly because you can't vault over stuff, and it's just the dumbest thing on the planet. Like it just But anyway, like I said, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you on the next video. Have a nice day.